back and take a seat, please.
Everyone has their partner with them? Get a partner. Hold hands. Here we go. All right, Doc, you want to grab a seat? We're going to hit it.
Lorraine Hansberry wrote the play, A Raisin in the Sun. Her family was also the first family to move in. In fact, they challenged with the court decree to give blacks the right to buy property in Woodlawn. This is 6200 block of roads, and you guys are getting new streets. We're going now on King Drive. The reason we're going to King Drive is because most of the buildings there are empty, foreclosed, or subsidized.
One building that has 6 or 8 mortgages in foreclosure is that every foreclosure proceeds at its own pace, and the building gradually goes vacant as the utilities go off because nobody's paying the utilities, the taxes get sold, and then that's where a lot of your vacant 6 and 12 unit buildings have come from. And the reason they're taking so long to fix is that until the Distressed Condominium Property Act, there was no way that a building like that could be turned back into a single apartment building and sold to a single owner at one time.
If you look to your right, there's a building that's being rehabbed now. Our question is, who's buying it? What kind of rent? They're showing luxury 2, 3 and bedrooms, but are they subsidized?
What is this on the
This
left?
is 6200 Vernon.
Hello.
On the right is Poor's Building. On the left is Poor's Building.
Yeah,
There's 7 buildings here. That totals, Deanne, what's the unit? 102. We're in the process of rehabbing now. 2 of those buildings are somewhat occupied by residents that have already lived here for years. We're going to rehab all 7 buildings. We're phasing them out in terms of the rehab. So what you see now is the work of the 5. As I mentioned earlier, 102 split into 2, 51 Project Base, 51 Market. Okay, everybody heard that, correct?
Okay. Look to your right. There's another big building. It's boarded up. That was a condo unit that went bad. Just a moment. And if you notice, there's a lot of single-family homes on this side of 63rd Street. And a lot of owners who's been here for 100 years are still here. Can you turn on Everhard going back to 63rd? Everybody on the bus knows Everhard is another street that you do not go down at night, as evidenced by the blue cameras that you're going to see. But right in the daytime too, okay. But a lot of the, well, you see, a lot of the buildings are boarded up. All the owners are mostly absentee, but yet and still,
Look over there, the guy's sitting on the porch.
there's someone sitting on the porch. There you are. This is what we see all the time. You see the porch back there. Every day, 10 and 12 people sitting on the porch.
But the whole idea was initially to build a mixed income street on 63rd Street for sale so that we could stabilize the neighborhood with homeowners who would then make sure that over a long period of time they would defend and protect the community. When the housing bubble burst back in 2008, that meant that we were no longer able to build single-family detached homes. But you will see a number of single-family detached homes as we get to 63rd and Woodlawn.
I mean, all of this is nice, and you know it's great. But what about homeowners? What about those of us? Excuse me.
Yeah, okay.
What about those of us who pay taxes every day, who have worked, who have invested in our homes? I haven't heard anything for us. I've heard about private developments. I've seen how you've torn down property and erected other property. But I still haven't seen anything that states anything for homeowners. And that's my dilemma.
And that's a critical thing. Oftentimes we find these buildings being picked up by absentee landlords that are interested only in milking the property for their own property and gain and not doing what is necessary. That's why it's crucial that you are able to partner with yourselves as well as allies with people who have a like mind. And that simply means that the allies have got to be committed. I'm glad to see Poor here, and I'm glad to see the Alderman's office. It'll take everybody, as well as CIC. I knew Jack Markowski when he was in another job, and he and I grew gray hair together. So, but anyway, we've got to have partners that are like-minded, that are interested in making sure that we improve the community rather than milk every opportunity we possibly can.